topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Ask the Expert Show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV, where we bring you educational information from experts on such topics as legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Now sit back and listen to our experts in community association law, estate planning law, tax relief, Medicare, public insurance adjusters, neuropathy treatment, business brokers, and personal injury law, along with many other topics. Now here's your host for the last 17 years, Steve O.
Afternoon, Florida. Welcome to another Ask the Expert show where we bring you the top experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. I got to tell you, we have a new guest today, a new expert. I am so excited about this show because we get so many letters from you going, how come you're not doing a show on weight loss? How come you're not doing a show on GLP-1? There's so many questions out there, but hey, we only have so many slots on the show. But I got to tell you, I was really lucky with this one. I have heard about Dr. Pachalak. He's got the wellness and weight loss in Lutz, Florida, his clinic. And when we were able to hook up, I was so excited because he has such a great reputation. Let's welcome our new expert. She's going to be with us every month, Stephanie Moore. Good afternoon, Stephanie.
Good afternoon.
Stephanie, I am so excited about this show because we get, and I'm not a doctor, I don't know why they send us, but we get so many questions going, why aren't you going to get a wellness expert or a weight loss expert with all the information out there about, I call it the skinny injection, but we just haven't had space. And when I saw that we had an opening for this show and your office told us about you, I am so excited. I want to welcome you to our show, which has been running for 17 years. Tell people about yourself and your practice.
All right. Well, I'm a nurse practitioner. I work with both Dr. Pachalaks. There is Barbara Pachalak, who is the founder of Dr. Pachalak Wellness, and her son, Dr. Kevin Pachalak, who's the medical director. I am here in the Lutz Clinic, and we specialize in weight loss, hormones, aesthetics, and basically now we've kind of moved into concierge medicine as well.
So you almost specialize in functional medicine too, right?
We do. Functional medicine, I call it anti-aging. There's restorative medicine, but we're really looking for absolute wellness, finding the root cause of something, not just treating the symptoms, and then getting you forward in life, feeling good, aging better. So,
I got
different names.
I got to tell you, I'm going to make it in layman's terms. This is the way I look at it is, you know what? There's something wrong with your body. People know their own body. You go to your doctor, your internist, your family medicine doctor, and they go, yeah, we ran all these tests on you and you're perfectly fine. It's all in your head. But you know what? They come to your clinic and you find out what the root cause is.
That is true. Now, I spent many years in primary care. And in a 6-minute visit, there's very little you can do. And basically, we're just refilling your meds. And there's so much more to that. There is just so much more. And labs don't always tell the full story. And unless patients have the time to sit and tell you exactly how they feel daily, you're not going to get everything you need just briefly looking at somebody's labs and prescribing them a med. So we feel very good about what we're doing here.
Exactly. So you're a nurse practitioner. What made you decide to go and become a nurse practitioner?
So I came at functional integrated anti-aging medicine backwards from a lot of practitioners. I started off in natural medicine back in 1990. I worked as an herbalist and then went to naturopathic medical school and practiced solely as a naturopath for many years, and then realized that there's a lot missing without the components of medicine. So I went back to school, became a nurse practitioner so I could kind of merge those two modalities together. Not a bit sorry I did it. I appreciate medicine. I love what it has to offer, but I kind of approach it from a different aspect of looking at what can we do natural first, then go to medicine if there's something better that medicine has to offer.
So what made you attracted? I like to call him Dr. P, the Wellness and Weight Loss Center.
So this is, I call it the OG clinic. This is one of the older weight loss clinics in the Tampa Bay area. Everybody knows about this clinic. So I was working at another clinic down the street doing primary care, and just one day just reached the limit and was ready to come back into more of, we call it a med spa, getting more into the holistic part of it after primary care. So I feel so blessed to be in this practice. It's such a good practice. And we've got patients that have been here for more than 20 years.
You know, it's funny. I'm looking down at TikTok. We're going crazy on TikTok. People are writing, wanting to know, what is a wellness center?
So our patients come in here, and a lot of them come in for one thing. They might come in just for hormones, or they might come in just for weight loss. But we slowly start piecing it together because it's never just one thing. You're never needing to lose weight because of one thing. So unless you put all the pieces together, it's not going to happen. So when we're talking about a wellness center, we're looking at the whole person, and we're trying to make the whole person well, not just piecing together one part of it and putting a Band-Aid on it. So we spend a lot of time getting to know our patients. We are promoting wellness from the inside out in all different ways, shapes, and forms here.
You know, I've learned how important longevity and anti-aging is. We have one of our docs in the Georgia area was actually an OBGYN doctor for like 15 years. And his wife, who was also a doctor, started menopause. So he started looking into, functional medicine, longevity, and he changed his entire practice from OBGYN to longevity medicine. This is becoming one of the most popular areas of medicine.
It is, because telling somebody, that's just because you're getting older, that is never, ever an excuse. I've got patients here that are nearly 90 that are still working, wow, that are still out, being productive, exercising every day. I mean, I myself, I'm 60. I am still productive and young and healthy. And I just think there's far more to aging than just sitting back and going, yep, I'm just getting older. I'm gaining weight because I'm getting older. I'm aching because I'm getting older. No, that is not how we're going to age. Not in today's time. There's too much out here to make us feel good. We don't have to just sit back and grow old on the front porch in the rocking chair.
Yeah, I was thinking, you've got so many more things in the toolkit now than you did, say, 10, 15 years ago.
Absolutely. Peptides, those are the newest things. And the GLP-1s, those are peptides. So I would say that is probably the biggest thing that has hit restorative medicine, functional medicine, integrative medicine has been the peptides.
Before we do the show, I heard a news story about a gentleman who was in great shape, worked out all the time. So he said, you know what? I don't need to see a doctor. I feel great. And I've learned that preventative medicine, early intervention, is so important. And this guy ended up having a heart attack. Who would have known?
No, I hear stories like that all the time.
Just blood pressure alone. I mean, how do you feel when your blood pressure's high? You don't know. So you don't
know.
have your blood pressure checked. And I got to tell you, I'm so excited about this show because we're going to be able to touch people with this show. Maybe we'll get people motivated, because there's people who procrastinate about their health.
That is absolutely true. Absolutely true.
So tell me, with your practice, tell me the types of patients you see.
I would say basically, I've got patients as young as 12
Wow.
here that are obese. Their pediatricians are kind of watching and waiting. I'm like, what are you watching and waiting for? Diabetes. So we're helping children all the way up through, like I said, I've got patients in their late 80s. We see men, we see women, we see basically everybody here. We've got people that have chronic illness. We've got people who don't have chronic illness, who don't want chronic illness. We've got professional athletes. We've got people here for all sorts of different reasons. Hormones probably is one of our big draws, other than weight loss, would be hormones.
Somebody just wrote from YouTube, do you do the P shot?
P shot. They talking about HCG as in what are we talking about? The P shot.
I think it's that pill that goes under the skin that helps with energy. They're probably saying it wrong. Let me go on to the next one. This is from Hank in St. Petersburg. He said, I'm so glad there's finally a show out here like this. Thank you so much. I hope this isn't a dumb question. What is biohormone rejuvenation?
So bioidentical hormones just means you are putting a hormone in your body that your body sees as its own. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's like all natural, like it's an herb somebody chopped up and you're gonna, rub it on your skin. It just means it's what your body acknowledges as yep, that's estrogen I'm used to, or yep, that's testosterone I'm used to. So bioidentical hormone replacement is what we do here. It's the preferred way to replenish hormones in the body. There's two different ways to do it. There's one we call rejuvenation. That's more like sexual rejuvenation. It's more of just trying to go above and beyond where you were in life. And then there's just restorative hormones. That's just, I don't want bone loss. I want to keep my heart healthy. I want to keep my brain healthy. I want to, just age a little bit better. So there's two different schools of thought. We're pretty much more doing we just want to keep our bones healthy. We want to feel good. We want to feel vibrant. And that's the hormone replacement we're doing here, which is a nice balanced hormone replacement.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm sure you know this already. You are going to have a whole new class of patients coming in for this GLP-1 because Medicare now start July the 1st. Medicare now, I believe there's two different companies that are going to offer that you can, because it's been expensive, $1,000, $1,200 a month,
Yes.
and they're bringing the price down to something like $50 a month. Now you have to be on Medicare, and it doesn't go
Medicare
against.
Part D. You have to have
Yes.
Medicare Part D.
So tell people
It's
about.
happening. It's happening. We've had it started Tuesday, and we have been busy since Tuesday, and everybody is getting approved. The prior authorizations are quick and easy. We're getting a response back within 5 minutes that it's approved. So I'm surprised. Honestly, I did not have enough faith in the system that it was going to go off without a hitch, but it actually is going off without a hitch. So I'm pretty pleased about that.
That is wonderful news, because every time the government gets involved, there's going to be glitches. But I think
No,
this
it's going great. It is going great.
And I want to tell people this, because I'm seeing people go, do you have to give yourself the injection? I got to tell you, the needle is so small, you don't even feel it, right?
It is. And we've got now the couple people that the first ones we got approved. One lady, she's very scared to give her shots. We do shots here for our patients. If they need to, they can just come by once a week and get their shots. With our program, it's no extra charge for that. So she's going to feel more comfortable coming by and getting her shot. Other people, they're used to doing it, so they take their shots home. But we offer that service, especially, with some of the patients that are going to be a little older, that this is going to be very new for them. We're definitely going to be doing a lot of hand holding and probably doing their first couple months of shots here until they get comfortable with giving them themselves.
Well, I'm going to give out a little secret here. So I was on Ozempic. Stephanie, I'm the biggest baby in the world when it comes to shots. I got to tell you. And when they told me I have to give the shot myself in my stomach, are you crazy?
What?
But I got to tell you, I have to admit, I did it, and I thought I didn't even inject myself, because you don't feel it.
You don't. And it is super easy. I was on the juice myself. I lost 60 pounds on Mounjaro. So the shots were nothing. They were absolutely nothing. And after you've been on them for a little while, you realize how much energy you had lost.
Yes.
Because of insulin resistance, because the energy kind of goes away a little bit at a time. And when it comes back, you're like, oh my gosh, I actually feel good. I feel energetic. So where I am so pleased that a whole new group of people are going to be able to experience Ozempic and Wegovy and at an affordable rate.
Exactly.
So I'm excited about that.
Definitely affordable. And I'm going to add something else. What I was shocked about is I have some health issues, but I don't anymore. My lab work was incredible. And I know it's from the GLP-1. I know it is.
There is ongoing clinical research being done. Right now, I think Lilly is starting a new clinical trial where they're going to treat PAD, peripheral artery disease. They're going to be treating that with the GLP-1s and the GIPs. So, they're talking cancer, adjunct to cancer treatments, prevention of cancers, CKD, chronic kidney disease. There's a whole lot of uses. They're even talking about possibly using it for alcohol abuse because, fun fact, it actually stops cravings for alcohol. So there's so many benefits. Cardiovascular, sleep apnea.
Yeah, I got to, we only have a few minutes, so I've got to we have got so many people writing in questions right now, but the one that I really want to talk about, we only have a few minutes, is people said, I heard the side effects that there's side effects. Can you just touch on that?
All right. So I lovingly say most of those side effects are self-inflicted. If you are not eating, if you are meal skipping and you are not eating enough protein and you are not taking daily fiber, I can promise you're going to have some symptoms. You cannot skip meals. You cannot skip your protein, and you need a daily fiber. Those are the side effects, and they can be mitigated. The shot is not a cure-all. You cannot just give yourself a shot and think that you're going to lose weight. You've got to make some lifestyle changes. And part of that is we need to learn to eat again. We need to learn to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a snack, avoiding the refined carbohydrates, having good quality protein. Without that, yeah, you're going to have some side effects.
I want to say one other thing. There's so many companies out there that are saying that, they specialize in this GLP-1. This is your practice. This is what you do. This is not something you just decide, oh, we're going to start specializing in this area.
Right.
Folks, you got to be real careful. There's a lot of companies out there saying they'll do it through the mail. I'm telling you, first of all, you need a physician's assistant on this, and someone like Stephanie. Don't fall for some of that stuff out there. And Stephanie, I got to tell you, I'm just looking at the numbers on the show. This is going to be probably our top show in the Florida area. Tell people how they can reach your office.
They can go online, drpatulak.com. Let me see if I can read the number here. You can contact us here in Lutz, 813-909-4430. Go online to drpatulak.com. No punctuation, just drpatcholec.com. 2 locations, St. Pete and Lutz.
But if you're in the Florida area, can they do Zoom with you or anything like that?
We do offer telehealth. Now, I actually prefer, because we are very particular about monitoring weight loss. It is hard, but we do have a lot of people that do telehealth. We like to see you in person every now and then, but we do offer telehealth. Unfortunately, unless you're buying from like Lilly Direct, none of our injectables here we ship them. None of them. They're all picked up in person, like peptides.
You're doing it the right way, Stephanie. Stephanie, I cannot wait for our next show next month. I can't. I'm so sorry I couldn't get to all of your questions, but Stephanie will be back again with next month. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Great job. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Ask the Expert show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV. Tune in next week and every week to hear more from our experts on personal injury, insurance, air condition repairs, estate planning, Medicare, and many other topics in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. See you next week.